What's going on, everybody? Brett Patrick here with Gutter Cleaner U. In this episode, I'm going to be going over all the comments and questions you guys have posted in the comments below. Please bear with me. This will be a little bit of an informal video. I'm just going to kind of roll through them, answer them on the spot, and hopefully get you guys some answers to all the questions and comments that you have below, because I know I'm not the greatest at responding to all of them. So anyways, man, if you're new to the channel, again, my name is Brett Patrick. I'm the owner and founder of Good Boy Gutter Protection based out of North Carolina and the creator of Gutter Cleaner U. If you are in the space or thinking about getting into the space, I highly suggest that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way I can continue putting out great content, answering your guys' questions like I'm going to do today. And if you think about, maybe wanting to capture a few of the products, click the links below, man. Check out Gutter Cleaner U. There's some stuff in there that might be beneficial for you guys. As always, I'm so grateful that you guys are here, and let's get into it. So, I've been wanting to do one of these videos for a while. I've just been wanting to kind of like pop on here and answer some of the questions. Though I am on YouTube and I am halfway tech savvy, man, I am absolutely horrible at text messaging and replying to comments and stuff like that. I'm not the greatest at it. You can ask my wife. That's just what I struggle with. So me reading them on the spot and answering them on the spot is going to be much more beneficial for me, and probably beneficial for you to get some more details. Because if you've noticed the ones that I do reply to, I usually just do a voice to text, and the spelling is horrible. So anyways, let's see here. Let's see. Chris Ogletree 883. Love your energy. I like you. I'm like you on the job. I look for more opportunities to help customers and make more money, build a relationship with them to have a customer for life. Love the channel. Keep up the great work. Awesome. That's not a question, but thank you so much there, Chris. Good video. Keep encouraging. That's Paul Chachan. Appreciate you. You comment quite a good bit, so thank you so much for your support. I'm your biggest fan, Belly Button 19. Let's get into some actual questions. Do you think the market is too saturated to start a gutter cleaning business? So this is actually a question or a comment that I get on a regular basis, and the short answer is no. Now, there's obviously some contingencies in there depending on the market that you're in, but as a whole, I'm going to be pretty confident in stating that the market is not too saturated. And the reason for that is gutter cleaners typically are solo operators like myself, people that are directly out of high school, they're trying to start a business up, something like that, and or somebody who's just kind of like doing odd end jobs to make ends meet. So what happens is there's a lot of attrition in the market, or some turnover, where people just kind of come and go. They're here, they're not sporadic. But when you are a major player in your market, and this is what you do, like myself in my market, it's not too saturated, because every single month as people come and go, you're gobbling up more and more of the market share. As long as you stay put, you do the right things, you follow through on what you're going to say you do, you're going to continue to capture more and more of that market. So it's a forever a revolving door in the gutter cleaning space. And as long as you're operating yourself professionally, definitely not too saturated. Of course, you have to have trees and gutters, because I know some markets don't really have gutters, or there's not a lot of trees. That question was from user BizBronny9. I don't know, it's kind of some funky spelling. Let's see. How do you subcontract someone? Just negotiate what they're willing to do the work for? How do you pay them? Is this just like your new customers now, and the subcontractors just deal with you? This question is from Josh C 5116. So subcontractor, what is that? So essentially a subcontractor is an employee of your business, but they're not a W-2 employee. So you don't pay them an hourly wage or a salary. You just pay them per job that they do. And it's a 1099. From a tax standpoint, it's a 1099 subcontractor. A lot of businesses do this. This is extremely common in the home service space. So what you want to do is you want to reach out and identify people in your local market that do the type of work that you do, or people that are willing to do the type of work that you do. And then you're just going to have a basic conversation with them. It can be over the phone or in person. I recommend in person. That way you get to know who they are, and maybe even do a job with them the first time, so you know they're doing it the way that you're looking to have the work completed. But you just have a conversation with them. You negotiate how they want to get paid, and you're going to do that by a per job basis. So if it's a gutter cleaning, it could be a certain dollar amount per foot. It could be a percentage of the sale price. It could be a flat rate, whatever it is that you think makes the most sense. For me, what I typically do is I subcontract a dollar amount per foot of work, right? So if you're doing 100 feet of gutter guards, well, then I'll pay you a dollar amount to install those guards. Me as the owner of the company, I will buy the guards and provide them. So I'll provide all the material. You as the subcontractor would do the labor work, which is installing those guards, and I'll pay you a dollar per foot, a dollar amount per foot for that work. Once you had that agreed upon price for however you're going to subcontract them, I would just, utilize, maybe some AI or something and create you a subcontractor agreement. It does not need to be crazy. It just needs to be a document stating this is, how you're going to get paid. This is how, the price per foot or whatever it is, the frequency you're going to pay. Are you going to pay them every Friday? You're going to pay them as soon as the job's over, every 2 weeks. You just have all that kind of conversation with them. Create a subcontract agreement. Both of you guys sign it. And that way it's kind of an official agreement there. And of course, make sure you have them fill out a 1099 document inside of your accounting. That way, from a tax standpoint, you guys are all squared away. But, yeah, it's really not too crazy, man. It's more or less just going out there, find the people that are going to do good work, that's going to do it the way you want to. That's going to be your hardest challenge, not necessarily the terms and conditions, so to speak. So thank you for that question, Josh. Let's see. Let's scroll down like a while ago. That's why I'm not just all the new ones. So Pinky VU6SS said, just started my own business in Colorado. Obviously, business is slow for me. My question is, what do I need to start doing now to get ready for the upcoming spring? Okay. So as a reminder, I am in North Carolina, so I'm not in Colorado, and I know the winters can be a little bit more harsh in the northern states. What I would recommend is definitely go ahead and start making some sales. You say you've just started your own business. I don't know what that means, but go ahead and get all your accounting stuff lined up, right? If you're doing a sole proprietorship, an LLC, whatever, get all that stuff squared away, get your accounting set up, get your payment processor set up, start getting your CRMs, you're getting your logo, your business card. Go ahead and get all that stuff ready to rock and roll. And I would go ahead and start selling customers for getting their gutters cleaned or whatever services that you offer when the weather warms up. So you can do this by knocking doors. You can do this by, making social media posts or just talking to your local network and just say, hey, look, I just recently started a gutter cleaning business. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. Obviously, you don't need them right now, but, when February, March, April rolls around, I'd love to go ahead and get that on the books for you. Do you mind if I, get you a quote on getting your gutters cleaned out for them? So you're just getting the agreement to clean the gutters in the future. So that way, when the spring hits, you're not then starting from zero. You already will have, hopefully, a decent amount of work set up. So when April comes, you're ready to rock and roll, and you just take that momentum into the rest of the year. So I think this is a good question, and a mistake a lot of people make is they're going, well, I can't do anything until then, so I'm not going to do anything until then. It's like, well, go ahead and catch some momentum and take advantage of this time when you can't actually do the work and make the sales at least. That way you're ready when that time comes. So great question, Pinky. Let's see. Mind dropping a link for the ladder stabilizer. I have a video from several months back where it's in there. I'll drop the link for that video below. That's from American 236. Do you work in Charlotte? It's a huge market, a lot of trees everywhere. I'm wondering if gutter cleaning would be a good service to provide in my area, the Bay Area of California. Yeah, I do work in the east side of Charlotte, so I live out in the country a little bit, about an hour and a half outside of Charlotte. But yeah, I mean, I've never been to the Bay Area. I've only been to LA before, but I would imagine as long as there are homes that have trees, or neighborhoods that have trees, and there are gutters on homes, there's always going to be a market for this type of work, right? So, I have not done any real homework, but I would venture to say so. Yeah, this is Jorge Garcia, 3358. So how much surfactant are you using? Mine isn't that soapy. So this is from another user. It looks like this is a soft wash I did on a roof. So it's one of the services that I offer. I don't do it a whole lot because I don't have a soft wash machine. So when I do it, I have to use like a pump sprayer, which is not the most fun thing in the world. But so surfactant is essentially just a soap that you're going to put into the solution, and that'll allow it to stick onto the rooflet more and give you a visual of where the soap is at. So from a quantity standpoint of how much you're going to use, man, I literally just pour a little drop right into a 5-gallon bucket, and that's all I use. I mean, there's a chance you could do a little more, a little less. It doesn't really matter as long as you can see the soap and you know where the solution is setting and allows that solution to sit on the roof a little bit longer. You're ready to rock and roll in that. So there's no perfect science to it. I think I use like a teaspoon-ish kind of place there. So let's see. Let's slide down here a little further. From Okie Entrepreneur, do you haul the debris off when you're done? So when I do a gutter cleaning, do I haul the debris off? And the answer for that is no. I do not haul the debris off after doing a gutter cleaning unless otherwise specified from the homeowner, which even then I will try to talk out of that. When I first got into the gutter cleaning industry back in 2020, I was doing this for every job, and I quickly found it to be an absolute pain in the you-know-what. I ended up having bags of debris in the back of my bed of my truck and having a hard time getting rid of it in a timely manner. And I found that if you just clean the gutters off and then disperse of the debris that was in the gutters into a common area on their property, so typically there's some form of bushes or trees or something nearby that's just like, you know, like natural earth, and I'll just disperse of that debris in those general areas. And or if their yard is already filled with leaves or whatever, then I'll just kind of disperse the leaves amongst the yard. So as long as you just allow that home or to tell that homeowner that this is the expectation, it has not been a problem. I have not cleaned up or I have not taken debris off of the property from like the actual gunk inside of the gutters in well over 3 years or so. So if you want to do it, certainly, but I would make that feel like a premium service and charge extra for it because it is laborious. That's from Okie Entrepreneur. Let's see. Dan the Roof Washing Man. Hey man, you're doing a killer job providing highly valuable content as it is, but just some friendly request I'd like to make for the community is that what I'd like you to make for the community is a video breaking down the good, better, best way to start gutter cleaning business. Example, good, just ladder, leaf blower, bags and gloves, better, scooping tool, Yeah, so he's essentially requesting that I kind of give a video, or I'll just talk about it in this comment here, a good, better, best on starting a gutter cleaning business. There's probably 100 different ways you can go about doing this, but essentially the way I would view this is like your initial investment. So my methodology, and anybody that's captured the ebook of the Gutter Cleaning Business Toolkit, this. It is I want you to spend as little money as absolutely possible in the beginning. I want you to get through that proof of concept phase. But if I had to go about this, I would say the cheapest route, in this case, the good route would be a ladder. I would recommend a 24 to 28 foot ladder. That's going to get you a majority of properties, preferably a 28, and a handheld gas blower. That'd probably be all you need in the absolute beginning to get the job done, because you can climb up, you can scoop debris out by hand, and have a blower to clean up the mess at the end. There's a lot of things that you're leaving off the table there, but that's about as cheap as you can actually get it. And all this is under the assumption you have a vehicle, of course. The middle options, a good, better option would probably be those two aforementioned items, but I'd also include a ladder stabilizer, and probably a gutter cleaning tool. So you've seen it in some of my videos. It's kind of the shape that has a little kickback on it. Absolute game changer with an 8-foot extension pole. And then the best option would be, again, all the aforementioned items. I'd probably have a vehicle that is wrapped and or has multiple magnets on it. You have business apparel, so shirts, hats, all that kind of good stuff. You can spend some extra money on nice yard signs, clean business cards, proper social media marketing, having an absolute, social media takeover plan where you're capturing everybody in your general area. You can add in pressure washing services. So there's a lot of things that you could do above and beyond that. But the people that follow me and the kind of the game plan that I work off of is keep it simple, keep it cheap in the beginning, and then as you profit, then you can grow this thing as you go. I need my camera to stop falling down because that's annoying. Hope it doesn't do it again. All right, let's see. Next one. Ryan Mora, this is a good, honest, and logical encouragement. I appreciate the insight, brother. Thank you much. This was a good bonus tip about the shingle overhang. Wouldn't have initially thought of that, from Brandon L2175. This was for a home I was doing a gutter cleaning on and just trying to talk through additional services like you could sell, but with the shingle overhang, doing a gutter guard would not make sense. What part of North Carolina are you in? I am in a small town outside of North Carolina by the name of Albemarle. And that's the first time I said that on YouTube. That is New Nunya Business 3382. Y'all's names are wild. Let's see here. Try not to read all like just the good jobs. Getting leads. Is there? All right. So this is from Mel Larkin 5111. Love the video, man. Watch all the content. I'm getting going, getting leads. Is there any way you can elaborate on having different bank accounts or a breakdown of owning your own business? Yeah, we can do that. So far as bank accounts go, when I started my first gutter cleaning business back in 2020, I just had a business bank account with Wells Fargo, and I used QuickBooks for my accounting. I kind of outsourced everything. Like I had QuickBooks for accounting, Wells Fargo for my bank account. I think I went through, I can't remember. It was a different insurance company. Like I kind of was all over the place. This go around, what I've done is I use the bank in the toolkit called Found. If you've watched any of my videos, I mention it a lot. So it's called Found. It's a bank account with multiple accounts inside of it. And you can create a bunch of them if you want to. They provide interest on your savings accounts, of course. You can collect invoices through it. It's an accounting software. You can pay and file your taxes all inside of it. It gives tons of analytics and reports inside of it. They now have features where they'll help you get incorporated as well, even setting up your Google workspace. So it's a really clean, nice tool. So I would highly recommend anybody getting in this space to check out Found. It's spelled just like the word found. I have links and stuff. Maybe I'll post one below for I think you get like a free $20 if you sign up off the link or whatever. But Found is the way to go. If the simpler you can make this, because as a business owner, especially if you're going to be by yourself in the beginning, you're not going to have a lot of time to be sitting down crunching numbers and figuring it out. I wasted so much time back in the day. Found makes my life tremendously easier. Essentially, as money comes in, it'll take out the associated tax necessary, put it into a separate tax bucket. It'll go ahead and take out whatever percentage or flat dollar amount you want to for your profit, put that into a profit bucket, and then you'll have just your net operating income kind of sitting in a separate bucket. That way, as you need to spend things, you'll do it. And every single time you spend money on that card, it'll auto-calculate your tax savings based off of whatever expense that it might be. You can set up preferences and all that kind of stuff. So it's clean, man. It really makes my life easier. You can collect money right into it. You can send money. You can pay your contractors through it. You can pay yourself through it. I mean, it's perfect. So check it out. Let's see. Let's scroll down. I got a few more moments. Let's roll down here. Hey Brett, is there a way to start a gutter cleaning business while never being the guy on the roofs? I work a normal 9-to-5 and wanted to see if your thought was possible to have a crew running jobs versus doing the actual work yourself. This is from Chop On 4141 or 414. Yes, you can. And super short. So full transparency, this is the phase that I'm working into now. So I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm not really wearing gutter cleaning attire here as much lately. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm growing my business out of where I'm doing absolutely everything and begin outsourcing the work to subcontractors, to touch on the conversation we had earlier. So if you have a 9-to-5, I would just assume that you're not going to make any money from this business if you're starting out this way, and just begin selling the jobs and then finding a reputable crew or crews that you can sub this work to on a regular basis. And just know you're going to make less per job, but you're not actually doing the work. So as long as you're doing enough volume, you're going to continue to start stacking this money up. So for me, what I do is I handle all the sales for my organization. I do majority of them from Google Earth, unless it's a larger gutter or gutter guard project that requires me to go out to the property and kind of get my eyes on it and measure it. And then once I sell the job, I send it to my subcontractor. We have an agreed upon price per project, depending if it's a gutter cleaning, gutter guard, or gutters. And then once the job is done, I pay him. I keep the rest in the business as profit. This has become a very lucrative side hustle, so to speak. So yes, you 1000% do that. So anyways, guys, appreciate it, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys so much. And as always, keep them clean.